Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it only lasts for 5 minutes, where a normal Reiki session with me does typically last an hour. So this is just a little tiny itty bitty taste of Reiki to help you decide whether you might like more Reiki in your life or not. If you decide that you do, I do offer Reiki on my website. I also offer to burn Reiki candles for you on my website. All that information is at the website listed in the description box below. After we do 5 minutes of Reiki, then we'll do 5 minutes of questions. And you can just ask whatever's on your heart or whatever's on your mind during that time frame. But first, for the Reiki, there are a lot of different things that we could use the Reiki for. What I'm using it for all of you who are viewing today, is for improved financial situation, and also for whatever else might be for your highest and best good right now for each of you as individuals. If you would like the Reiki to focus on something else, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention for yourself if you want. All right, so I think I've said everything I need to say. Let's just get this Reiki started, shall we? All right, so it is 40 after the hour, so we will finish up at 45 after on the Reiki. Gracie, wow, right at the beginning. Usually you get here about the end of Reiki. You got in here super fast. You came in sonic speed. Marsha Smith, hello, welcome back. Glad you're here, my dear. What are you ladies using your Reiki for today? The intentions I stated or something different? Oh, thank you, Gracie. Appreciate that. Hello to all of you who have not said hi yet. We're glad you're here, whether you speak or whether you don't. Soak up the energy, see what it can do for you. Be welcome. Michael Brodsman, hello, welcome. You're using it for the intentions I stated, very cool. Shakoya, welcome, glad you're here. We still have 4 more minutes of Reiki. Stated intentions are financial increase and whatever's best for each of you as individuals. Does anybody have questions about Reiki? La, da, da, da. This is the perfect time to ask them if you do. I like this shirt. It fits me really well. It's comfortable. It's feminine. It's not a t-shirt. And I like the color. You can use it as regarding like romantic love or family love. You can use it to improve your love life, yes. A lot of times people come to me and they want Reiki to bring a certain person to them. I generally try to steer away from that and steer more towards just improving the love relationships that show up in your life in that case. Because I really don't want to mess with free will. And what if that person's not the best person? Maybe the best person is just right around the corner. But yes, you can use it to improve love life. I very much enjoy what I do, and I love it when people ask me questions here. So, but yeah, if you just want a better love life with deeper connections or maybe more connections, whatever it is, we would look at exactly what your intentions are, like what makes a better love life for you by your definition. And we would do Reiki around those intentions. And we can either do Reiki candles or we can do Reiki sessions. Mm-hmm. I am a big believer in the Reiki. Kinks and curls. Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to see you here, my dear. We've got 1 more minute left of the Reiki. How are you? Mm-hmm. Happy holidays to you. I was just thinking it's been a while since I've seen you. Yeah, you'll have to come back and replay for more Reiki. Conflicted. Well, we've got a lot going on astrologically that would make us feel conflicted, so it'll pass. Ezra Al Sadiq. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Glad you're here, my dear. A little bit more Reiki, a little less than a minute. You're welcome. You're welcome. By the way, guys, super chats are never mandated, but always appreciated. Ooh, that kind of rhymes, huh? La da 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 da, la da da da. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes of Reiki. Let's wrap this up. Alrighty. Hey, I haven't seen you, no drama, in a little while. How are you, my friend? Okay, well, Marsha, I think we're going to look at about, let's say the next 3 months. And we can look at whatever time frame we want, but I'm thinking let's look at the next 3 months and see what shows up, if anything. La da da da. Which deck are we using today? Here we go. Marsha Smith. Show me Marsha's love life over the next 3 months. If she doesn't do anything about it, in other words, if she doesn't get any Reiki or self-development, show me what happens in her love life over the next 3 months. La da da da, la da da da. Then we're going to ask another question real quick too for you, Marsha, because I'm just curious. So what do we have? Right now it looks like you're dealing with some kind of heartbreak or heartache at the moment. And I think that it's going to take a little bit for you to build your self-esteem back up. I do think you're going to put in some energy and effort into actually focusing on that. So that kind of throws my question out of what if you don't do anything about it? Because this shows you actually putting energy and effort into rebuilding yourself. And then after you've spent some time rebuilding yourself, which we're looking at, that's happening about a month and a half from now. I do see you coming together with somebody. I don't think that this is somebody from the past either. I think that this is somebody new. And I think that things move forward very quickly with that person. But I do think you're putting in some work and some energy into, I don't know if it's necessarily Reiki, but definitely focusing on yourself and focusing on, creating the life that you want with or without anybody in it. And that's, like I said, about a month and a half now. La, da, 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 da. Where did I go? You guys are talking so much, I lost my place. I'm glad you're doing okay, no drama. Things are good. Free will proves to be quite expensive at times. Free will can be expensive. Yes, it can, especially if we're feeling rebellious. Kinks and curls. Should Kinks and curls move on from KT? Oh, I hate that when your mind says one thing and your heart's just not having it. Been there a bunch of times. Is it a good idea for Kinks and curls to move on from KT yet? La da 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 da. Oh, ouch. Yeah. Yes, it is. But I don't think your heart is actually going to let you. This is something that I think you're not really moving on yet. Although I do think that here's what I think. I think you're riding this out till the bitter end. Okay. That's just the straight skinny. All right. Now, here's what I have actually going on as far as when we break down the details. Okay, kinks. First of all, Four of Coins, this is you holding back, not being real upfront with this person, not really opening up your heart to them, not sharing your emotions with them, moving forward. Why is right here because you've got the Three of Cups. There's been some kind of betrayal or backstabbing of some kind. Doesn't have to be a third party, but it's definitely a betrayal. It can definitely be a third party too. You already know what that situation is. I don't have to tell you. Two of Cups in reverse. For me, I think what this is saying is because of that betrayal, even though you're trying not to move on from this person, you're having a hard time really feeling attracted to them anymore. Like every time that you're with them, you're thinking about, well, what were you doing 5 minutes ago? Or what were you doing half an hour ago? Or what are you going to be doing 2 hours from now? And so it's hard to really just enjoy them anymore. Page of Coins. I think this is going to be, actually, I think this is going to be kind of mutual where you're both going to realize that this just doesn't work anymore because the suspicion is just too much to overcome. And I think you're both going to actually kind of say this to each other in a sideways way at the same time. I'm not even sure who is actually saying it first. I think you're both trying to bring it up in a sideways way and realizing that the other one's trying to say the same thing I am. This isn't working, and we don't want to keep wasting our time on it, basically. And here we have the World, which does talk about a completion or an ending. I like this. If we have to have a completion or an ending, this is the way I want it to be. This is a completion or an ending that I think by the time you get there, you're happy to get there. You feel like, okay, I graduated. Woohoo. The reason I like this is because it's not a tower. It could be a tower, and a tower would be all dramatic and emotional and could really throw you for a spin. This is something where you guys kind of get to that point mutually and in a much more calm type of way. Okay. So I don't think your heart's going to let you move on from KT just yet, him or her. But I think that as you ride this out, you're going to really see where enough stuff has happened now that it's just not going to work. So that was my timer. Kinks and Curls question is the last one that I'm going to answer here in free chat. Well, Marsha, Bob Proctor said something in a class that I was listening to today, and I think it's really cool. He said that somebody told him when he was first becoming who he is now, at the very beginning of his process, somebody told him something that he still remembers to this day, which is that we are our own problems. We're all of our own problems. And we are our only solution. So do you have a block? I mean, psychologically, maybe. But can you fix it? Absolutely. Yes. Reiki actually can help if you do have a blockage with something like that. So, like I was saying earlier, that can be used to improve your love life. Shakoya, I'm sorry I did not get to you today, honey bunny. And Marsha, you're quite welcome. Isn't that odd? He says he loves you and he disappears. That is so odd, and yet it is so common. It's crazy making. Ezra, if that's a question that you want to have an answer to before the next time I come on and you try to get a chance to get that in time, then you may want to choose a one-question reading off of my website. My web address is listed below. Otherwise, you can just try to catch me next time for a freebie at the end of Reiki. You were about scared to ask. You're so funny. Thank you, Gracie, for reminding people about thumbs ups. I do appreciate all the thumbs ups and the shares on this video. All of that stuff helps me get out to be more helpful to more people. Thank you, Mr. Michael. I don't think anybody should be afraid to be the lovely that they are. Excellent. I'm glad to see you focusing on yourself, Marcia. Oh my goodness. Solar and lunar returns are happening on your birthday. So that's so funny. I just was listening to a video about this and somebody mentioned about if this happens on your birthday. And what happens on your birthday is that you have the beginning. If this happens on your birthday, you have the beginning of a whole new stage in their life. This person that I was listening to that happened on his birthday happened like 50 years ago. He's a big time astrologer now and has been for a long time. And he had at that point been studying astrology just as an amateur for a while. And somebody heard that he studied astrology as an amateur and he had never done an actual reading. He had just said, oh, your Saturn is here and that means blah, 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 just kind of in passing before to different people, that type of thing. And somebody that had heard of him got a hold of him. He didn't even know this person. He was like, how did you get my number? And she wanted a reading. And he said, well, I've never done a reading before. And she said, well, I'll pay you. And so he did his first professional actual reading. And then the next day, somebody who they had a mutual friend between them got a hold of him and wanted to pay him for a reading. And after that, it was just pretty much off to the races with the astrology building up and becoming, his major source of income. So having that happen on your birthday just means that you are getting ready to go into a new phase of your life. Very cool, no drama. It'll be interesting to see how that unfolds for you. Michael, my friend, is a lot better. She had her first day back at work yesterday, which all of us who love her were kind of on pins and needles about, oh, is this really a good idea? Just because the insurance doesn't want to keep her in the hospital and the doctor says it's a good idea doesn't mean we think it's a good idea. And she came home and she had some chest pain, which she hadn't been having as she was resting. So I'm a little nervous, but she has her first actual doctor follow-up today. I haven't heard yet how that's gone. I'm sure it's done yet, but she's not home yet. So I'm not sure if her real doctor is going to let her, not her hospital doctor, but her regular doctor is going to let her continue working for a little while or not. I kind of hope not. But she is much, much, much better than she was that day I took her to the emergency room. And she's mentioned to me several times that she could really feel the prayers of everybody that was praying for her. So thank you. King said, Curls, your reactions are hilarious. Aw, thank you, Marcia. This is very simple. Anybody can have it. It's Sally Hansen, the Insta Polish, because I do not have patience for anything that's going to take more than like 3 seconds to dry on my nails. I will certainly trash it. And I've got a couple of these nails really need to be redone already anyway. So because I have no patience, that's what works for me. And then they even have, I don't know if this is Sally Hansen. No, this is Maybelline Fast Gel Coat for the top. I use the gel coat. Let's see. The betrayal part was right. I'm sorry, Kinks. Let's see. Da, da, da. I'm fantastic, Michael, if you're even still here. You've been feeling the need to distance yourself? From what? No drama. I wouldn't want to repeat the cycle. You're quite welcome, Kinks. Sorry it wasn't pleasant news. It's nice to have her doing better. Prayer definitely helps. Thank you, Kinks. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Just into your own thoughts, pulling away from everybody. I get that. I get that. Well, and especially if you're getting ready to make a big transition, You may not know it at a conscious level, but your subconscious could be preparing you for that. I certainly understand that, kinks and curls. What I will tell you from experience, because I am a crone, look at all that gray hair. What I will tell you is that even though it hurts, putting it in the past as fast as you can saves you from more heartache with that same person, leaves the door open for somebody else. You're quite welcome, Michael. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here and spending some of your precious time with me. Also, thank you for all the thumbs ups and the shares on this video. And of course, thank you to those of you who are ordering private readings and private Reiki sessions from me. I love being of service to you all. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, and peaceful day. And if I don't see you here for a private session before then I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace out.